On you guys, back with another video. If you don't mind, very quickly, I would really appreciate it if you all would like and subscribe on your way in, like, share, and subscribe on your way out. In this video, I want to talk about the stages of devaluing, the reason for devaluing, and how you should respond to it. Now, narcissists, they use devaluing to control you. Notice how you go through a cycle of the same abuse tactics with a narcissist to the point where you start to know what's going to happen next because they've done it so much before. So what normally happens is if a narcissist feel like you're not responding to the control, then they devalue you like if you're unappreciative. They say things like, well, you should be glad that I even thought of you in the first place after buying you a tiny, tiny, tiny plant, a succulent, something that's no more than, 5 inches tall. When they know you're used to huge exotic plants and you don't mind treating them to things, but if it's something that they know you like, they're not going to go out the way to get it for you. They do the bare minimum, just enough to keep you strung along. When you don't respond to this, this so-called huge gesture that you should appreciate, then that's when they start to devalue you by saying you're ungrateful and claiming that other people will be happy to get, whatever it is that they're claiming they went out the way for, And so that's how narcissists are able to pass on these false narratives to people and make it sound believable because they tell half-truths like, oh, she wasn't happy with the gift that I got her. I know she loved plants and I got her this beautiful plant. But what they don't tell people is how tiny the plant is because they didn't really put thought behind it. They just picked up something real quick and thought that, if they use that, then they can get supply in return. And it's funny how they do very little to so-called, please a person, but they expect so much in return to be pleased. So that's how the narcissists use the same old, cycle of abuse tactics. And they devalue you based off the fact that they can't control you in that moment or they can't control you anymore. The narcissists are very petty. They don't have solid points. Like they're not logical. So they don't come with good, solid talking points in an argument. They don't even know how to argue. They're capable of setting aside emotions from reality and things that just make sense. Instead, they bring up how they feel about the things that you don't accept from them. They feel like you should feel a certain way by the way they treat you. And so when a narcissist see that, it's just something that doesn't move you, you're not impressed, and then they try to belittle your character to make you feel like they could do better, And that's to get you thinking. That's to get you stuck in your thoughts and emotions. Like, oh, well, maybe I should start to change some things about myself to make them feel better. So this is where the solution comes in at. When a narcissist starts to so-called devalue you because they can't control your response or they didn't get the response that they wanted to get out of you, you just ignore them. Just let them have at it and say whatever it is that they want to say. Long as you know who you are, then the narcissist cannot touch you. Nothing they say should be able to affect you in a way because you know who you are. And that's the bottom line, and that is what they want to take away from you. They want you to be able to accept everything they throw your way, all types of abuse, without having anything to say about it, without being affected negatively about it. And that's just not how life should be. Like, no one should have that much emotional control over us, that much of mental control over us. And if a person, if they consider other people's feelings, then they should be open-minded about how you respond to their behavior. They should be open-minded to constructive criticism without taking it as a rejection or a punishment or a jab or something negative, or try to turn it into, oh, you're just being cruel to me. Where did that come from? You notice when you try to show them who they are, not even confronting them, but just pointing out some things that they should want to, work on or recognize before they work on it. They completely shut you down. They may shut down. They may have a meltdown. They may start an argument and bring up things that have absolutely nothing to do with the things that you're pointing out to them. It really only adds to it. What they start to do is say things about, what they've done for you. I mean, it just always goes back to what they've done for you. So because you've bought me things in the past, or you might have spoken highly of me to someone, it's not like you're lying. So why should I feel like I owe you, you should be rewarded because you didn't lie on me. Like, they really look at life that way. You should be glad that I didn't lie on you. I could have told them that you were this, and that, but you would have been lying. And because you told the truth about who I am, now you deserve a reward? No. And, again, it goes back to how they want you to feel about their behavior towards you. And once you start to wake up and realize that you could do better than the narcissist, and that you deserve better for yourself, and you start to love yourself and see them for who they are without, enabling them and constantly giving them a pass, the narcissist, they can't take you very well anymore. So they have to find ways to try to make you feel bad because you're figuring them out. Again, it goes back to devaluing. If you are able to figure them out, then they can't control your mind anymore. So now the only thing they have to really stand on and make themselves feel powerful is devaluing. They may do things like go into the silent treatment, start giving you the silent treatment. They may shut down, become, They become dismissive, very dismissive and avoidant. And what happens when they do that is they may do stuff to throw jabs at you or to make indirect statements, things that they know you're going to hear. Again, the way to respond to it is not to respond at all, because you know who you are, so you don't have to play this game with them anymore. And once they realize that you're not playing that game with them anymore, they will exhaust their options. They don't know what else to do now other than to just have a full-blown tantrum. And that's most likely what a lot of them are going to do. They may start to put music on loud, anything to just aggravate you and make you say something to them. They need you to respond in a way that shows that they're getting to you. And the crazy part about it is they need you to do this so that they can know that they can get it out you. But that still doesn't give them power. It's like you're responding as any normal human would, any normal person would be like, hey, can you lower the music a little? I'm studying, Or can you lower the music? It's kind of loud. I have a headache. Can you lower the music? I'm trying to nap before I go back to work or whatever. Or can you lower the music because it's pretty late at night and you're going to disturb the neighbors? But they don't care. They're selfish. They're inconsiderate. They do not care about how other people feel. And they will do whatever it takes to get to you, to get a reaction out of you. And again, you can respond to the narcs, their dirty tactics to bother you, to pick with you, to make you suffer. But you're still responding as any other normal human would. Some things can't go ignored. Some stuff you have to speak up about to them. Will they change? No. So, good luck with that. Do the best you can to coexist with them until you don't have to anymore. Find ways to remove yourself from that environment with the toxic, narcissistic person that you're dealing with. That's the only way that you will, be at peace with knowing that, they're about to start it again, because, again, it's used so much. They use it so much. They do it so much to you, so you kind of already know it's coming. So it lessens the effect. You don't take it the way you used to. You get aggravated because you don't feel like dealing with this again. But in order to not really, to know for sure that you don't have to deal with that again from them, the best thing to do is try your best to find ways to remove yourself from them. Because as long as you stay planted, they're going to keep coming around. They're going to keep doing things that they know bothers you. Especially if they feel like they know it's going to get a reaction out of you. Even if the reaction doesn't change how you respond to them or something, like, in an argument and you driving home from a long trip or something, or not even an argument. I'm going to say this real quick before I end this video. Say that you went out of town with a narcissist and your narc partner, and you go to a carnival or something, or whatever you go to, I don't know. And there are things there that you can purchase. And you would think, that by them talking so much smack about I'm treating you and we're going to have a nice time today and you can get whatever you want. So you're like, okay, you want this huge stuffed animal. And it doesn't cost much. And they're not worried about the price. They're looking at the fact that, that kind of look like it's for a kid. But that's not the point. You ask for something that you like because you want it. And the narcissists deny you of it because they need control in that moment. So what they do is, go on throughout the day and they run into the things that they like. And they want you to be excited about things that they want to waste money on. Something that they might not even like. They're probably picking it for someone else. And so they want you to support them on things that it's like, I never knew that you cared about nothing like that. But the things you ask them to buy you is something they know you enjoy. Or say you go to like a plant gallery or something like that, like a plant nursery. That's what we call them here. And they know you love plants. But instead of them buying you what you like, they'd rather say, I'm going to wait and we'll go somewhere else. And that time never comes. That's just stringing you along so they can keep you as supply. And they know that you're going to be there because now you're going off false hope, and false promises. So they know that you're going to be waiting for this next time to come and it may never happen. But they wait till the moment where they could use that to get supply out of you. So now they use that gift that they brought up then to love bomb you or to hoover you. So, and then your mind not even on it at the time. So it comes up as a surprise and they want you to feel bad. Like, okay, this could have waited. And they're angry because they want to pop up with the surprise hoover with that plant that you wanted then. And you're like, okay, this could have waited. I had a long day. I'm trying to get a little rest and I'll just catch up with you another time. So now they're mad because your response weren't what they expected. You know, so the narcissists, they have to have control at all times. When you don't give them that response, they expected it in that moment. It's when they devalue you. They may say things like, someone else would have been happy to have that. Well, I'm the someone that wanted it then, and you denied me of it. Because you had to give it to me when you wanted me to have it, when it was convenient for you. You know. So you just kind of see the same cycles happening over and over again. It gets old. The only thing that changes it is you and your response to it. And the best response to it, narcissists, is just to not deal with them at all. Avoid them if you can, until you find ways. And I know they make it hard for you to avoid them, because they're going to make some noise. They're very disruptive, and they don't care about peace, because they don't know what peace is. So you think they care about yours? No. So, you know, it's best to just find ways to remove yourself from that whole environment with the narcissist, because it's not going to stop. It's going to continue, and it may even get worse. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Narcissists and what's devaluing all about, like the stages of it, the same tactics that they use, and why it has a lot to do with controlling you. It all goes back to the control they have over you, or the control you took from them, you know. So thank y'all for watching. Again, as you leave out, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.